Hey, it's Lee here with Tooth of the Arrow Broadheads. Today we're doing a quick comparison on our standard 1-inch broadheads versus our XL 1 3/16 inch cut diameter broadheads. Let's get into it. So we're going to start by talking about the standard 1-inch broadheads. It's a 1-inch cut diameter head. This is typically the choice we recommend for crossbows and higher speed. We're talking 290, 300 feet per second compound bows. You might think, why out of a more powerful bow or a crossbow wouldn't you want a bigger head? Well, when you get an arrow flying past a certain speed, and there's been a lot of testing done on it, when you get them into that 290, 300 plus feet per second range, having too big of a blade on the front end of your arrow, the front end will actually start to steer your arrow much like the vanes on the back end would. We don't want that to happen. We want the vanes to be the only steering factor on your arrow and the broadhead to just fly and hit true and do some serious damage. And that's what these do. So the compact design of the 1-inch head makes it ideal for that fast speed. And then on the other end of the spectrum, when we talk about particularly slow bows, children, women, 40-pound bow kind of range, we also recommend this 1-inch head because, again, the more compact design, now it takes less energy to penetrate. So when a slower arrow hits an animal with this broadhead, it will maintain more of its speed as it cuts through because there's simply less surface area of broadhead to make its way through flesh. The other scenario where you'd want to choose this head is if your bow isn't necessarily in perfect tune. If you haven't paper tuned, if you're not completely sure about your arrow spine, or you're not hugely into tuning, you just like to grab your bow and go for the ear, that's completely fine, but we would recommend the smaller head, again, because there's just less steering ability on the front end of your arrow from a smaller head. This broadhead, like all of ours, are available in solid series and vented series. This one is available from 85 to 125 grains. And now talking about the XL. This is a 1 3/16 inch cut diameter head. This is what I would say the majority of our compound shooters shoot, including myself. Bigger cut means bigger hole, obviously. And like we said before, of course, having more surface area on the broadhead, there is that potential for the front end now of your arrow to try to steer the arrow as opposed to the fletching. If your bow is in perfect tune, your spine is in check, you spend a lot of time tinkering with your bow, you're gonna have no issue with that. I shoot these out of my compound out to 80 yards with my field points, no issue. In fact, I've never seen a bow that was paper tuned that didn't shoot the XL broadhead with field points right out of the package. This is also the 175 grain exclusive, so if you do shoot 175, your only option is right now the XL broadhead. This broadhead comes from 100 to 175 grains in both the solid and the vented series. So that about wraps it up for today's video on our comparison between the standard and the XL broadheads. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know below. And of course, if you have any videos you'd like to see, whether it's tuning tips, product comparisons, things you'd like to see us shoot our broadheads through to test them, let us know. We're always looking for new ideas for videos to share with you guys. Thanks a lot.